Angel Reese's meltdown went viral as she got benched in crunch time during Atlanta's shocking home opener collapse. What really happened when the Dream suddenly looked better without their biggest star on the floor?
We might be witnessing a once-in-a-generation type of player with Angel Reese, and it's not in a good way. This might be, honestly, one of the worst offensive players around the rim that I have seen in my entire existence of watching basketball. Bloopy, this is bad news, Bears. It was so bad that the head coach of the Atlanta Dream, Carl Smesco, had to sit her down late in the fourth quarter.
Atlanta Dream fans came hoping to see a big superstar return. But by the fourth quarter, the game felt like a mess. Almost like reality TV instead of basketball. Angel Reese had a rough and confusing stat line that even fans couldn't believe. So they kept checking their phones. Then something unexpected happened. Once she was benched late in the game, Atlanta suddenly looked quicker, cleaner, and more dangerous. Now the question is, was this just a bad night, or did the Dream unintentionally reveal a bigger issue?
Yeah, this might be the worst game of Angel Reese's career. An absolute disaster. That's not saying again that Angel Reese has been terrible for the Atlanta Dream, or she is terrible in general. But like, this was a really bad game. This was a really, really, really bad game. Like, I would say, if you're asking me for what is Angel Reese's worst game, it's between this.
Before we move on, smash that like button and subscribe. You already know you don't want to miss this one. That the crowd came into Atlanta expecting a big, glamorous opening night celebration. But things quickly turned messy. Angel Reese kept forcing passes into packed defenders, and the Dream actually started looking better and more alive once she was on the bench. In real time, the whole arena mood flipped from excitement to total confusion.
Let's talk about real quick that Aces and Dream game from this afternoon. An absolute tragic game for Angel Reese. Just 9 points, 8 boards, 8 turnovers, and I believe 1 of 9 shooting, or 1 of 8 shooting. Absolutely terrified to attack Asia Wilson. The team goes on a run with you sitting on the bench while being shorthanded. Medina Okote is looking like she's perhaps the superior option. And
what started as a showcase for the franchise's biggest star slowly turned into something like a basketball emergency meeting. Fans watched the team go on its best run of the night at the exact moment the main player was no longer on the floor.
A couple of headliners this afternoon, in you and Asia Wilson. What's your mentality entering that individual matchup?
I mean, just playing my game and knowing what I do best, but also knowing her game a lot. I've watched her game a lot. She's obviously a great player. She's the MVP for a reason. But I know I'm also a good player too, and I can guard her well.
The Atlanta Dreamers are quickly figuring out what the Chicago Bravado have known all along. The Dreamers are figuring out why the Chicago Bravado were so eager to trade the matriarch of me-bounds. And
the brutal part is that the Dream almost came back anyway. That's what made everything feel even more chaotic. Atlanta looked done for most of the game, offensively disorganized and clearly outmatched by the Las Vegas Aces. But then, out of nowhere, the energy completely flipped the moment the fourth quarter lineup changed.
And these Angel Reese topics will never be boring to me. There always some sort of agenda and narrative around Angel Reese, and I ain't gonna lie, Angel Reese, she brings out the stars. I see all the celebs at the Atlanta Dream games. I see the franchise boys lean with it, rock with it in the middle of the half court. Oh yeah, because Angel Reese is in town. We about to shut it down as she faced off against Asia Wilson. I'm assuming some of those people were in attendance to see Asia Wilson, as she is a person of the African American community.
The defense got tighter. The ball started moving better. Fast break points started coming easily, and the crowd suddenly came alive like the arena energy had turned back on at the same time. Angel Reese was on the bench while the comeback was happening. That alone sparked debate, because people didn't expect the team's main star to be sitting out while the game flipped. To make it even more talked about, the stat line looked wild. 9 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 8 turnovers. shooting 1-for-8 from the field. Fans kept checking the box score because it looked like a mistake. Big players usually don't end up with that many turnovers unless the offense is completely out of control. It was a messy performance from a guard role, and it stood out even more because of the situation. Online, people reacted instantly. Social media turned it into a joke and a debate because every missed shot and mistake made the night feel even more dramatic.
There was a point where Angel got a defensive stop on Asia, poked the ball away, and she ran and she had a wide open layup to the rim. Pow just kind of takes it up, kind of doesn't even look off. Angel just retreats to the corner. Then she does a good job and doesn't start pouting. But like, I could imagine if you're a big person and you run the floor and your team doesn't give you, the ball, you're eventually going to stop defending. That's just the human psychology there. She had a tragic game. She had, and I think the reason the 8 turnovers for Angel Reese is so bad is because she does not actually handle the ball.
At one point, it really looked like the rim had taken it personally. Every drive to the basket had the energy of someone trying to park a cruise ship inside a shopping mall. And this is where things get uncomfortable for Atlanta. The criticism around Angel Reese has never really been about effort, because nobody questions that. She rebounds hard, plays physical, talks with confidence, and brings emotion every night. The issue is that the offensive problems are becoming harder to ignore. Defenders already know the scouting plan. Sag off a bit, clog the lane, force her into traffic, and make her finish through length. That's where mistakes usually pile up. The Dream would show signs of settling down in half-court sets, but every time they tried to stabilize, another turnover or mistake would swing momentum right back, and the Las Vegas Aces immediately took advantage. Veteran teams don't miss those chances. Even when they are not perfect, they play like a group that expects to win titles. Too much experience, too much confidence, and too much talent to let repeated mistakes go unpunished.
Because that girl, Olcott, oh yeah, she's better than you. How long is it going to be until Medina Olcott steps into the starting lineup in place of Angel Reese, or does Carl Smesko have his barking orders that he simply can't undermine? The Atlanta Dream almost came back. They went on a 22 run late in the fourth quarter and almost came back to win this.
Every turnover turned into a fast break opportunity. Every broken possession gave Las Vegas another chance to push the pace and pile on pressure. Angel Wilson played like someone personally annoyed at the idea of losing. Every defensive stop she made lifted the entire Aces bench. You could see the momentum building. Deflections turned into celebrations. Missed shots became transition chances. And every Atlanta miss at the rim only made Las Vegas more confident. But even with all that chaos, Atlanta still managed to find a spark late in the fourth quarter. And that's what made the game interesting. The comeback didn't start with Angel Reese taking over. It started with the role players. Ryan Howard came in and shifted the energy immediately. She brought intensity, attacked rebounds, defended with purpose, and started finishing possessions around the rim. Suddenly, Atlanta looked tougher, more aggressive, and more organized. And that's when the bigger conversation started to form. A question nobody in Atlanta wants to deal with this early in the season. What happens if Ryan Howard keeps outperforming Angel Reese in key moments? That's where things get complicated. Because in professional basketball, it's never just about basketball.
Time of the Angel Reese lowlights. The Angel Reese lowlights. It is that time of the year again. It is that time of the year again where Angel Reese has one of the worst games of her career and her lowlights go viral. And we got to be real just talking about how Angel Reese has played this year. We have to talk in general about how
There are expectations, branding decisions, marketing campaigns, ticket sales, TV narratives, and long-term investments all tied together. So benching a heavily promoted star for a bench contributor might help in the short term, but it can also create a lot of pressure outside the game. Still, coaches care about one thing above everything else: winning. If a lineup works, they notice. If the team looks more organized and effective, they notice that too. And during Atlanta's late push, the offense did look smoother without Reese forcing plays into traffic. That part isn't just opinion. It's what people saw unfold in real time.